We have with us Karel from the Netherlands, and he's going to tell us about his sculptures that he's brought to us. He primarily works in stone, and this one that you see in white is called Uncovering Rings. Will you tell us about this work?
Well, Uncovering Rings is by accident that I found this form. I ordered a very big stone, and well, ordering a big stone doesn't mean that I know what I'm getting. So when it was lying on the floor, I thought, wow, normally I'm working mathematical. I'm working around the principle of Möbius rings and so on. But this one, it was not possible to do so. So actually, this is the first one and the only one that I made a drawing beforehand. And I made a sketch, I measured the stone, and then I discovered that if I had this concept, this form, it would be beautiful. And to my surprise, when I was working on it, the form that I made in the drawing, I'm not a drawer, I cannot draw, I have no education for that, but it is exactly as I had drawn this thing that came out, and this one is beautiful. It's a prize-winning piece of art already, and well, I'm very happy to have it here.
And Karel is a self-taught artist. You started later, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's only 8 years ago. It's a bloody Saturday morning. It's September 2003 that I started sculpting. I wanted to know what it was like to work in materials like stone. So I took a little course, only of 3 hours, and there it taught me things that I wouldn't want to know at all. It was really ridiculous, in my opinion. They told me to have a sort of charm with my stone. I had to feel it and so on. And I was going to dig in, and they said, well, if you're digging in, you have to pay around for everyone. Well, I didn't listen to this woman, and I bought a crate full of instruments and stones and started to dig in stones.
You started yourself?
I started myself, and I worked very hard. During 8 years, I'm doing this for 8 years now only, I made almost 70 sculptures like this, and now I'm making the big ones like this one, almost one every month.
And your biography says that you grew up with the smell of oils.
That's right.
What do you mean by that?
Well, my mother, she was a painter, and one of my sisters, she's a painter as well. And,
so art is in your blood?
Art must be in my blood, yeah. But, well, within a few weeks I will be 60. Wow! No, I will be 60, but well, for some reason, I don't know why, already 40 years ago, I told people around me, whatever happens when I'm growing up, I will be sculptor half part of my time. And I never did this. Only 8 years ago, I said, well, let's go sculpting. No instruction at all. I had never done sculpting or whatever before. I started sculpting, and now I'm here at the Biennale of Kinshan. It's
now
wonderful.
You're here. And how is your experience so far at the Biennale? How do you feel to be at this international event with so many other talented artists?
Well, it's quite frightening if you're coming to a Biennale like this, because you don't know at all what's going to happen. And for me this is a really wonderful experience, because the people are wonderful, and I noticed that they really like my art, which is a bit strange, and hearing people talk about my art, saying it's beautiful and you're really an artist of high quality.
Tell us about how you made this.
Well, I'm very passionate by the work of the famous artist, famous sculptor, Japanese sculptor, Kaiser Usho. And also by the work of Escher, Maurice Escher, from the Netherlands. And Maurice Escher, he once made a drawing of the nut on the bottom of this one. And I used his drawing to make the nut inside the stone, which is extremely difficult. As a matter of fact, what you see here on the bottom, which is a spatial nut, is the same as what you see on the top of this. But on the top of this, it's the same nut in the form of a ring. This Kaiser Usho from Japan, he's making this kind of nuts in rings, but as alone standing sculptures. I myself, I had an idea already from the first day that whatever I was going to make, it had to be inside the stone. Michelangelo said once, whatever you're going to do with the stone, the sculpture is already on the inside. And well, for this stone I found one of the million possibilities of sculpture.
So this is your slave.
Yes, ma'am. And what's very important for me is that stone remains intact. As you can see over here, for instance, people say to me, why didn't you finish the rings over here and over here? Because they're small pieces of the original surface that you can see. But
it's not unfinished, it's uncovered.
It's uncovered. What I made is an object that does not really fit within the stone. It's too large for the stone. So it hits the surface of the stone and you can see where the stone originally ended. And the stone for me is as important as the object that's inside.
Very interesting. It looks like a different structure. Completely.
Oh no,
but it's all one piece.
It is one piece. It's one piece of stone.
Start with one.
If I want to know what color is inside, it's very simple. I make it red like this, and then I can see that this is like honey color. And now I know that this color is on the inside. That there is this coloration, red and so on the inside. Is very special. And that I don't know on beforehand. I know what kind of form I'm going to make, but it's the stone that's directing me. The stone is telling me where to open it and where to have access to polish the object that I'm making, which is extremely difficult.
All right. Well, thank you.